does it take to reinvent oneself? Ask Turab Lakdawala, Chairman and Managing Director of Tempest Advertising. After all, he runs a typical advertising company. They are problem solvers. Turab and his team believe that if advertising does not solve a problem, it's money down the drain. The 21-year-old agency Tempest operates from Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, and Bengaluru. As the name suggests, Tempest always believes there's a storm brewing in the marketplace. So when we wanted to know what was happening in a post-COVID world, we reached out to Tempest and of course, Turab himself. Welcome to Hybis Conversations. My name is Suresh Kochatil. The COVID-19 pandemic has struck where it hurts. From tourism to hospitality, from media to business, everybody has been hit. More importantly is the world of media. From print to television to digital, there is a new challenge to be faced. What will happen post the easing of lockdown is anybody's guess. More importantly, one needs to understand and work out options for survival in this post-COVID era. To speak about media, print, television, radio, and more importantly digital, we have with us Turab Lakdawala, Chairman and Managing Director of Tempest Advertising Private Limited, a man who has decades of experience in this field and can rightly tell us where the industry is going in the times to come. Welcome to the show, Mr. Turab. Thank you for speaking to us at Hybis Conversations. My first and most obvious question would be, how do you foresee the post-COVID era in media? What kind of impact is it going to make in the sector of media, and how is it going to impact the different sectors within media in terms of its reach, in terms of its damage that it can cause?
Thank you very much for having me at Hybis, and so nice to talk to you. Your first question, I think, is a very, very relevant question in today's time. None of us have ever experienced the time of things that we are experiencing today. And when the lockdown was announced, and when India realized that it has been hit by COVID-19, I think everybody went into a shock. We had read about it, that it's happening in China, it's happening in other countries, but when it really hit us, I think the business went into a shock. And the first reaction that happened is that people began to withdraw themselves. They tried to see how they could reduce the expenses given the uncertainties of incomes. And the first thing that anybody does is to cut on marketing and training expenses. So obviously with COVID-19 hitting us, marketing budgets have been slashed. Not because that people do not know that marketing is essential, but basically nobody knows what's going to happen. And whenever there is uncertainty, people tend to conserve cash. So it's obvious that advertising industry has been affected, and it will take some time for us to get out of this shock, and people will realize that we require to generate demand, which is the basic objective of advertising. You may do whatever it takes from the supply side. You may ensure that the supply chains are set up right, the taxes have been reduced, but unless and until there is demand, there is not going to be much impact of all those other measures which we are taking. So I assume that the impact that advertising has felt will be short-lived. In the next 2 or 3 months, people are going to realize that things are going to become more stable. It's not going to be the same as what it was earlier, it's going to become more stable. We will understand consumer behavior, consumer needs, and the way in which people are going to go out and consume products. Once that is done, advertising is going to come back. But today, yes, it has been impacted, and people are exploring what to do next.
The print advertising has been facing a challenge from a long time. With the advent of television and later on digital, the print advertising costs have been drastically going up. But at the same time, revenues have not been galloping that fast. What is the future of print advertising according to you?
You know, Suresh, every time there is an innovation in anything in life, we assume that everything else that was being done in the past is going to end. When we started advertising, there was only newsprint, then came radio, then came television, and none of these mediums died. Each one had its own space. We must realize that every medium, whether it is radio, TV, newspaper, or digital, has its own characteristics. The newsprint, the newspaper advertising, is something which creates immediate awareness and results in people taking action immediately. So newspapers have a very, very specific purpose to serve. So if you want to create awareness immediately, and if you want people to act, you have to go to the print medium. Now, that does not mean that because of digital coming in, print medium is going to end. We humans are primarily creatures of habit. Why is it that every Sunday we expect a magazine section in the newsprint, in the newspapers, which will tell us things which you would normally not read during the weekdays? Today, for example, if it is a Saturday, you expect real estate ads to be there. You expect the big supermarkets, e-commerce chains to advertise. So it is a habit. So there are certain products which will have to be in the print medium, and they will sustain the newspaper industry. Digital has its own place. Digital today has brought in a lot of changes in terms of accountability. Earlier, we never knew what was the impact of advertising on the consumer or sales. Today, digital medium offers a lot of insight into what's happening in the consumer end, how he or she is reacting. So, newspapers, as I see it, will have to look at their services and the product in a very, very different way. What else can they offer along with just the print? Can they offer add-on services to the advertisers so that they can get a better return on their investment? Their impact is more measurable. So if these changes are going to happen, then definitely newspaper is going to be there. Print advertising is going to be there for a very, very long time. And let us also not forget that we are not talking to just one type of consumers or customers. There are different segments of customers. There are young customers, there are people who are middle-aged, people who are old, and there are products which are of different categories. So you have to have a matrix of different products, and the segments to which they are catering, and then choose the right medium. It is not that all types of products are going to be successful only on a particular type of medium. There are certain products which are going to be very heavily dependent on digital. There are certain which are going to be dependent on newsprint, and there is going to be a mixture of these two things. For example, you might get yourself known to a large number of people through a particular medium, And for more information, you might think of going to digital, like what's happening in terms of automobiles or in terms of financial products. Awareness could be created through a particular medium. It could be either print or television. And for more information, you might go to digital. So personally, I feel that it is just a question of how the marketer uses different mediums to maximize his or her ROI. If a particular product is expected to be in newsprint first, in newspapers first, and that's where the awareness is generated, then the marketer has to see how you can augment that particular awareness and give the customer more information so that they can make the right choice. So yes, all mediums are going to be there, and definitely the print medium is not going to go away anytime soon.
So Turab, one very obvious question that we need to ask you is there going to be a change in the way clients are going to use media in the future? Is there going to be a shift from the traditional modes like print and maybe even television into digital and other media?
You know, Suresh, everybody has been talking about the lockdown. Everybody is experiencing the lockdown, and there are a lot of changes which are taking place in our behavior, in our way in which we are living our life because of the lockdown. Because this is something which we are experiencing for the first time, we are not very clear about how to spend our time. And as you must have seen, that over the last few weeks, things are evolving. What I observed was that in the first week, everybody was free. Everybody was not knowing how to spend their time. In the second week, things started becoming a little more clear. People started experimenting. People started looking at home education. People started looking at enhancing their skills. So obviously there is a change which is taking place slowly, and then came the webinars. At every single drop of a hat, we have webinars. Every day I received so many invitations to attend webinars. And what I'm finding today is that people have now, especially the working professionals, have now realized that while lockdown has given them more time in terms of saving of time for travel, meetings, etc., all those time savings which are there, work still has to be done. And today, when you get an invitation for a webinar, people are very selective about which webinar they would attend and which webinar they would let it go. Similarly is the case with digital. Yes, there has been a dramatic move from traditional mediums to digital. There is a dramatic change in attitude towards digital products. I'm told that today even senior citizens are finding it more comfortable to work on digital platforms. They are able to pay their bills, they are able to do their bank transactions on digital. So definitely there is a move from traditional to digital. Digital is going to eat away some amount of space from other mediums, but as things become more stable and not normal, as things become more stable, there will be some amount of equilibrium which will come in, and people will realize that there is a need for different mediums which have to be used for reaching the right segment and also balancing the budgets. Even though digital appears to be extremely cost effective, but if you really want to make an impact on digital, the budgets that you would require are going to be quite substantial. So traditional to digital, there is a shift, but I don't think that it is going to be permanent in nature. There is going to be some amount of normality which will come in terms of media spends. Digital, which has always been growing much faster than either radio, television or newsprint, will grow a little faster. what was growing at around 15-20%, maybe it will grow at around 30-35%. Print will grow at a slower pace. Television definitely will have to fight for this place, and radio is in a very difficult place right now. So traditional to digital changes are taking place, but there will be some amount of normality which will come in once the lockdown is lifted, and people will realize that they cannot spend as much time on digital as they were used to spending on during the lockdown. Work, meetings, travel will come in, though not in as much intensity as earlier. Travel will definitely not be as much as earlier, but it will take some time, and that time is going to be taken away from digital, which today has a free run. So yes, digital is growing, but it will not be something which will totally take over your life, and life will have to continue the way it used to be as much as possible.
I'm asking you to be a soothsayer right now, looking at the crystal ball and telling us, where will media end up in this post-COVID generation? Is print going to go bust, or will it survive? What will happen to television and its fragmented audiences? Who will rake in the moolah right now?
This is a question which is very surprising. I did not expect you to ask me this question regarding the role that advertising can play in rebuilding our economy. Yes, we know that because of COVID-19 and because of the lockdown, things are becoming very tough. There are many companies which will not be able to survive, and people will be losing their jobs, or salaries are going to be reduced, and there is going to be more and more demand on the government to spend more money on welfare projects and giving subsidies or reducing taxes, etc., etc. I am, however, of a strong opinion. I firmly believe that while we take care of the supply side, while we take care of all the issues, all the other parameters which are required to make the industry productive, the critical thing is going to be how do we generate demand. You can produce tons of products, but if they are not sold, if they are not bought by the consumer, they are of no use. But for the consumer to spend, for the customer to come back into the market and start consuming those products, what is required is a change of mood. If you are positive about it, if you feel nice about what's going to happen, or if you have hope, if you feel that all those things which could finish you off have been taken care of, and the mood is set right, then definitely people are going to feel better and they are going to come into the market to consume products. So this is where I see advertising coming in. Advertising can create that particular mood, that particular thought process that things are now okay, or things are going to get better, and I need not worry as much as what I'm doing right now. So the government of India and possibly the large companies should be focusing on not only just creating the supply side of the equation, but also in terms of what they can do to create the right mood, the right environment for customers to feel nice, to feel confident, and come back into the market. Yes, there will be certain products which will not be required in as much quantity as what it is being consumed right now, but we'll have to identify other products, other ways in which the consumer comes out and spends, because without the customer spending, without consumption taking place, industries cannot function. What is the use of producing a superb car if it is not sold? What's the use of creating a great cell phone or a great fashion product if it is not bought? So advertising is the one which will help generate that particular demand, create that mood. And that is where I think advertising is very, very critical. Everybody knows that today not only products, not only services, but even elections are won on the basis of mood that is being created. So this is where I feel strongly that the right message, if it is sent out, can generate the right mood. It will take some time. It's not going to happen overnight, but we have to have a strategy of what we are going to do to create that particular environment within the country so that our customers feel confident and they come back into the market. As a matter of fact, it would be great if the government of India looks at creating demand the same way as companies are doing it to increase their sales. For example, you have e-commerce companies or even countries like Dubai who have Dubai Shopping Festival. There's so much of effort is put in, so much of support is being given by the government to create that mood, to generate sales. So if the government of India or the large companies take it upon themselves to create that particular mood, create that environment, I think our recovery will definitely be faster than what it is if we don't do it. So this is what I feel that advertising can do. It can create the right mood, it can bring back the customers into the market, and it can help the country recover faster.
They say advertising and media is people's business. We need people to run this business because it has a lot of intellectual capability that goes into making this media. Now that as the world shifts its attention to a digital mode, post-COVID, do you have the right kind of manpower to run this entire show? Because that's going to be the biggest challenge as I see it. Or maybe you have a different perspective and take on that.
You know, Suresh, we are basically a people's business. Advertising is something which is being told that our factory comes in the morning and goes back home in the evening and comes back again in the evening. So we are a business that is totally dependent on people, and this is something which we have focused on. We have actually at Tempest Advertising, we are focused on three things: people, process and productivity. When we look at people, we realize that people need to be skilled and reskilled again and again. And we require people of different thought processes that have to be in our company. The other thing which we looked at was that the markets constantly change. We realized when emails came into the market that digital is going to be a very, very important part of communication. So about 9 or 10 years back, we created a separate division specifically focused on digital. And we brought in people who were focused on digital, who knew everything about digital, who knew digital inside out. And not only that, that they were passionate about digital. So we created a team within our company which is focused primarily on digital. And at the same time, all those people who have been with us, who were used to the traditional mediums or the traditional way of working, we have tried to make them more aware, more competent as far as digital is concerned. So at Tempest, we are quite prepared. I wouldn't say that we are fully prepared because every day there is so much of change in technology in terms of what platforms you're using, how you're using it, and there's more and more research coming in to understand how consumers are interacting and behaving with digital medium. So yes, it's a journey, but we are definitely a step ahead as compared to many other companies who thought digital is still going to take time. So as I see it, the advertising of tomorrow is going to be a balance of technology and creativity. So we have luckily been slightly better prepared, and today we think that we would be able to deliver those the digital service that our clients require. And we have not only looked at internal issues, internal requirements, but we also tried to educate our client, help our clients understand digital better. And today, what we find is that while 3 or 4 years back, digital was contributing to, let's say, around 10% of our income. Today, digital has touched around 35 to 40% of our income, which means our clients are spending that much more on digital. And yes, talent is always in short supply. Whether you are in a recession or whether you are in a growing economy, talent is definitely an item in short supply. So we don't depend only on talent from outside. We try to develop talent from within. We try to get young people and see how they can meet our requirements. So yes, digital is something which we were prepared for. At Tempest, we are prepared for digital, and we think that we are now going to reap the benefits of investing so much money on digital right in the beginning.
Thank you, Mr. Turab, for speaking to us at Hybris Conversation. As usual, your experience comes out so clear in this. Your views are just practical and to the point. That was a big day for us in terms of speaking to you. Thank you once again. That was Turab Lakdawala, Chairman and Managing Director of Tempest Advertising Private Limited, speaking about the future of media in a post-COVID era. Thank you for watching.